All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to break down a tiny piece of Korean grammar that I promise you makes a massive difference in sounding natural and maybe even a little bit wise. We're going to unlock a pattern you hear constantly in K-dramas, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly how and when to use it.
So, have you ever heard a line like this? 인생은 실전이란다. I mean, it translates to life is a real battle, but it's got this weight to it, right? It sounds like some profound piece of wisdom you'd get from a wise old character or a tough love mentor in a movie. It feels like more than just a fact. It feels like a lesson.
So what's the deal? What's the secret ingredient that gives this phrase its special flavor? Well, the secret is hiding right there at the very end. That little guy, 이란다. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
So what's its job, really? Well, you use this pattern when you're explaining some kind of truth or a fact, almost like a teacher or a grandparent sharing a life lesson. It has this really gentle but authoritative, let me tell you something, kind of vibe, like you're letting someone in on how the world really works.
Okay, now for the practical part. How do we actually build this? Don't worry, the rules are incredibly simple. For real.
It all just boils down to one simple question. Does the noun before it end in a consonant or a vowel? If the noun ends in a consonant like 실전, you add 이란다. So 실전 becomes 실전이란다. But if the noun ends in a vowel like 가짜, you just add 란다. So 가짜 becomes 가짜란다. That's literally it. Simple.
Now, we've got the grammar down, but honestly, the real key to using this thing is getting the feeling right, the vibe it creates. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Here's another classic you'll hear all the time. 사랑은 타이밍이란다. Love is timing. See, by adding 이란다, it's not just a statement of fact. It becomes a shared piece of wisdom, something you might say to a friend who's going through a tough breakup. It implies, I've been there, and let me tell you.
Or how about this famous proverb? 실패는 성공의 어머니란다. Failure is the mother of success. Again, that randa ending frames this as a timeless piece of wisdom being passed down. It just adds this layer of warmth and a bit of a teaching tone.
All right, theory time is over. The best way to really get this is to just do it. So, it's your turn to try making some wise-sounding sentences. You ready? Okay, first scenario. You want to explain to a kid that studying is really all about patience. The word for patience is 인내심. How would you say it? Go on, take a second. Did you get it? The answer is 공부는 인내심이란다. Since 인내심 ends in a consonant, we add 이란다. It's got that perfect, gentle teaching tone. Nice work. Next up, how would you share that classic piece of wisdom, time is money? And for money, let's use the word 금, which actually means gold. You got it. 시간은 금이란다. Once again, 금 ends in a consonant, so we attach 이란다 to give it that classic instructive feel. You're getting the hang of this. Last one. Imagine you have to break the news to someone that a diamond they have is actually a fake. The word for fake is 가짜. How would you say, that's a fake? That's a fake. And the answer is, 그건 가짜란다. Now, notice this one. 가짜 ends in a vowel, so we just add 란다. It almost softens the blow a bit, right? It delivers the bad news with a kind of gentle, let me explain tone. You all did awesome. Okay, let's just quickly wrap this up with the most important thing to remember about the power of randa. So here is your simple three-step checklist. Use this pattern when 1. You're explaining a core truth. 2. You want to sound like you're telling a story or teaching a lesson. And 3. You're speaking to someone younger or you're in a position of friendly authority. If you can check all 3 of those boxes, you are good to go.
And that is our deep dive. It's such a small piece of grammar, but it is packed with so much nuance and feeling. So, I'll leave you with this question. What piece of wisdom, what little truth about the world are you going to go share using this pattern?